Good morning, good morning, good morning. Carol Davis here. Is a spot of sunshine. I think my voice is getting better. One day at a time. Every day better. So, are you ready? Yesterday we talked about getting to the true source by writing and how that's the magic trick. So, kind of more on that subject, like the result of doing the writing, uncovering, discovering, and discarding. So what do we do after we write all this stuff and we see all this ick we don't want? It's like trash. It's like mud. But the beauty is that's what we've been carrying around, is all the trash, all the garbage, all the mud. And finally we did the magic trick. We wrote, we write. I still write every day. And we get it. What do? We dump it out. So this chapter is called Dump the Mud Out of the Bucket. Yes. Throughout this book, I refer to the process of finding where it is stored in the attic, evaluating it, and then tossing what is not adding to your life. This is a process we must surrender to if we are to be free of any part of the past that blocks us from the sunlight of the life we want. You know, I'm going to interject something here. We think, hello, there's nothing from my past blocking me from my highest good. It's them. It's that boss who didn't like me. It's the pandemic. It's my stupid family. That's what blocks. I never got any breaks. Blah, 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 blah. Wrong. You'll see. The process is of one taking inventory of ourselves on a regular basis. Sometimes we just think about things, and other times we need to do a thorough written inventory. Part of the inventory process is looking at what we want to keep and what we want to throw away. Dig it up, haul it out, unpack the suitcase, look at it. Does it still belong to you? If no, it no longer serves you, let it go. You know, before I began taking inventory on a regular basis, it was as if I was hauling around a bucket of mud filled to the brim. I had no room for information about how to live or deal with life until I dumped out the mud and made room for fresh, clean water. Remember the water faucet. So, that's the end of that chapter. And I'm going to read now about forgiveness. Very short. You probably heard about forgiveness ad nauseum, and you even worked on it yourself, and it doesn't seem to get better. Well, it will, and I'm going to write about it here real short time. I kind of am that's my specialty, and I've done workshops and facilitated workshops, given talks, written paper after paper, published papers on forgiveness. So if you want to know more about forgiveness, just contact me. Meanwhile, I'm going to read this little thing on forgiveness and marvel back, because eventually I'm going to get back to why dumping out the mud, why letting go of the past frees us up to create a new future. Wouldn't you like to know how you can be in charge of your future, of reaching your highest good, regardless of what's going on in the world? Regardless of the boss that hated you, regardless of the wife or husband or partner that threw you out, regardless of your idiot family, regardless of the pandemic, you can be in charge of your future. Fact. Okay, but meanwhile, here's forgiveness. Are you ready? Okay. Forgiveness. Here is the short story, very short, on forgiveness. It is all about you. Yes, you absolutely have the right to stay angry with someone. You also have the right to stick your finger in a light socket. And the point would be, I know a lot of people that say, I'm never going to forgive that person. Well, that's your choice. But how is that leading to your happiness and joy? Your true happiness. No. So to forgive is so very awesome. When you forgive, the bad guy is no longer in charge. And you get to take your power back. Because if you're still ruminating on that person that harmed you, they're in charge. You give them free rent in your brain. But how? Every once in a while, I'm able to just let go of a person, place, or event when I need to. However, more often it takes work. I try one thing at a time and just keep at it until I just know I am not refeeling my anger or my hurt. That's the key, not to refeel. I wish for them all the happiness, wellness, and success I would want for myself. I write out 70 times 7. John, I forgive you for blah, blah, blah. Yes, 70 times a day for 7 days. And I forgive myself. Now what? But I do this after I've done that inventory. I can't just do it. I can't just bypass the inventory part. I cannot bypass the uncover, discover, discard part. Just saying. So, what's the marble bag? The forgiveness, that's what I'm going to read next. Forgiveness is the key to my personal freedom. So it's I don't have, you want me to read the marble bag now? Okay, I'll go a little over. The marble bag. Did you ever wonder why you sometimes just lose it over the smallest, most insignificant event? It's because your marble bag is full. That happens when we don't deal with issues as they come up because we don't have time, or it really isn't that big of a deal. There's the marble bag. Remember that? Didn't you have one? Think of every irritation you ignore as a little marble. You stuff it away in the marble bag, which is your gut. One day you try to put another little marble in the bag and it's already overflowing with little marbles, which are unattended little issues. Then, pow! The fireworks explode because there's no more room in the marble bag. So let's stay fit. Keep up the good work you have started. Deal with things right away. Don't just put them in the marble bag. It is often painful to part with old friends in the attic. I have shed many tears in this process, but those tears are so healing. They're like a shower for your soul. As you do the work of dumping and useless stuff out of your attic, you will begin to feel lighter and lighter. The journey from the darkness into the light is ongoing as you grow and change. But hopefully you have found, or will soon find, as I have, that the reward is greater than the pain. Hello. Have a beautiful day. See you tomorrow. Thank you.